I think from the very beginning we wanted to honor and understand our place among our ancestors. Like, I think a lot of Inuit will also come to this space and look for works that were made by their ancestors and family members as well. And so we did that installation because we wanted to situate ourselves within our own histories as family members, but also broader kinship relationships that we have with Inuit from not just Canada, but from Greenland straight through to Alaska. What we were thinking about from the beginning was doing a kind of radical inclusion, so having artists from really emerging artists right up into elders, to having an exhibition where children would be really excited to see the exhibition, but also like art scholars and art historians and curators would enjoy the exhibition, so thinking about a very diverse audience. We have media from everything that I think you probably expect to see when you think about Inuit art. We've got a lot of sculpture, prints, drawings. There are also dolls and wall hangings, and then we also have, like behind me, a installation work with sound and video art and animation. We've got a gigantic hooked rug, a mural inside of a sea can, large-scale photography, drone photography, like just kind of everything that you can imagine that an artist could make. Inuit artists are making those things, and so we've included as much as we can in this exhibition. Inuit art is anything made by an Inuit artist, and so this is not unusual work for us to see in the north, but I think what's different about installing work here in Qaumajuq is the scale that's possible. We have a full-size recreation of Zacharias Kunuk's hunting cabin, and we have a shipping container, we have this living room installation in the space, and I think that being able to work on such a large scale is really exciting now and will be in the future.
4 pieces that have family connections to each of the curators. So the 4 curators as well, they come from 4 different regions from across the Canadian Inuit homelands. So even just going from east to west, we have Susanna Igloliorte's beaded purse here. And this is a piece that is from the Nunavut region, so out east. And then moving along, we have these 2 wonderful dolls by a Nunavut artist, and Nunavut being the sort of northern Quebec regions. And then we move along here to this carved tusk. And this is a piece that comes from the Nunavut area, which is, again, one of the larger areas that Inuit occupy within Canada. And finally, we have these 2 wonderful dolls, too, that come from the Nunavummiut regions, western regions, the Canadian Arctic.
It's pretty incredible to be in the building with other people in the building, so that's been really amazing. But also today I've seen so many local Inuit that I know, and so that's been really amazing. And we've had elders coming through, and so it's been really exciting. Even though it hasn't been a lot of people all at once, it's still pretty thrilling to see people in the space. Are really excited for Inuit to get in here and to get to see the works and to maybe see things made by their relatives and by family members and people from their communities. So that's a big part of it for us. But also, I think that what we're trying to do is to show Inuit art from an Inuit perspective. So, we want people to see through our eyes how we appreciate and understand Inuit art today. So, I mean, there's a lot of artists in the exhibition who have gone to art school, but there are many others that have trained in their communities. One of the things that I really like is that we've got artists in the exhibition who normally work in one media and then have made work in something else that's perhaps a little unusual. Like, for example, Jesse Tunglik is a really well-known jeweler. He makes work in metal as well as natural materials found from our lands. But in this exhibition, he made a sealskin spacesuit. So that was a dream that he had all of his life, to make this work. And so with the creation of this exhibition, we were able to make possible these kind of new inventions in people's artistic practices. Beatrice Deer is a really famous musician. In this exhibition, she collaborated with her longtime sewing collaborator, Julie Grenier, and they made this gorgeous kind of an amouti, but a kind of futuristic amouti. It's beautiful. My grandmother's caribou hide purse is my favorite thing in the show. But I would say that there's a lot of works in the exhibition that deal with the history and ongoing legacies of colonization and what that looks like today across the Arctic. So there are works that are about our concerns over resource extraction. There are pieces that speak to maybe lesser known histories of colonization in the Arctic. And I'm really proud and glad to see that these are here and celebrated among all the other works.